Hi, I'm Noga, a strategic marketing and sales consultant at Match B2B, working with SMBs that sell in international B2B markets. Today, I want to talk about one of the biggest problems I see with small and medium B2B companies, random marketing. When I say random marketing, I mean companies that rely almost entirely on referrals, post something on LinkedIn once in a while, maybe send out an email if they have a free moment, and then just wait. Sometimes it brings results, sometimes it doesn't, but it's completely unpredictable. I hear this again and again. Let me share a real case with you. The name I'll use is fictional, but the data is real. CyberSec Pro is a small cyber boutique in Israel with about 15 employees, and their clients are SaaS companies in the US. For years, they relied almost exclusively on referrals. It was enough to survive, but when the CEO wanted to grow and hire 2 more engineers, he got stuck. He told me, "I feel like I'm on a roller coaster. One month, we land 3 new projects. The next month, we land none. I have no control." This is the difference between relying on instincts and building a method. So, what did we do with CyberSec Pro? We built a structured method in 5 steps. Step 1 was defining their ideal customer profile, their ICP. We reviewed their client list and found that most of the profit came from a specific segment. Mid-sized SaaS companies in the US, about 1 to 300 employees, post-Series B funding that had to pass SOC2 audits in order to close enterprise deals. That was their sweet spot. Step 2 was building a focused list. Not buying a random database, but creating a hand-picked list of about 120 companies that fit exactly this ICP. We mapped out the CTOs and CISOs, found their LinkedIn profiles, and verified their contact information. Step 3 was crafting a clear message. Instead of saying, "We provide advanced cybersecurity services," which means nothing to a busy executive, we reframed it as, "We help mid-sized SaaS companies in the US pass SOC2 audits without delays and without risking data leaks." That's sharp. It's about their pain, not about the service. Step 4 was building a short and consistent touchpoint sequence. And here's where most companies fail. Usually, when a new prospect accepts a LinkedIn connection, people stop there. They're happy with the connection, and then silence. But a connection on LinkedIn is not the end. It's the very beginning. So we designed a process. Every new connection became a stage 1 lead. And then, day 1, a thank you note, personal, not salesy. "Thanks for connecting. I see you're also in the SaaS space. It's always great to meet people in this field." Day 3, send something with value. We put together a 1-page guide. 5 common pitfalls that cause SaaS companies to fail their SOC2 audits. Want me to share it with you? A week later, invitation to a short call. We're working with SaaS companies your size, and we see recurring issues before SOC2 audits. Would it make sense to spend 10 minutes to see if you're facing the same challenges? Another week later, a short follow-up email with an additional checklist so they can run a quick internal self-check. And finally, step 5 was measuring everything. Not with fancy software, just with a simple Excel sheet. How many new connections? How many thank you notes sent? How many opened the guide? How many meetings booked? The result? In 3 months, they generated 16 quality meetings. That's about 5 to 6 per month, and from those, 3 new projects were signed. That's a stable, predictable pipeline for a small firm. Now, let me give you another example from a completely different field. Again, the name is fictional, but the story and numbers are real. FinPoint is a fractional CFO firm run by 3 partners. They work with startups in the US and Europe. At first, their entire strategy was writing blog posts in Hebrew and hoping people would find them. The result was almost 0 leads. When they moved to a structured approach, things changed. Their ICP was defined as tech startups post-seed or Series A, 15 to 40 employees, with no in-house CFO. Their message became, "We help startups extend their runway by 12 months without layoffs through fractional CFO services." They built a list of about 100 relevant startups that had recently raised funding using Crunchbase. They built a short sequence, a thank you note after connecting on LinkedIn, a simple guide titled 3 Financial Mistakes That Shorten Your Runway, and then an invitation to a short call. And the result? In just 2 months, they generated 10 quality meetings, and 2 of those became paying clients. So what's the big lesson here? Random marketing is like roulette. Sometimes you get lucky, but most of the time you don't. A method is like a production line. It may not bring you dozens of clients overnight, but it creates consistency. 5 to 6 quality meetings every month, 1 to 2 new clients every quarter. For a small B2B company, that stability makes all the difference. I'll finish with this. If your sales and marketing today feel random, some referrals, some posts, waiting for the phone to ring, know that there's another way. You can turn it into a structured method, just like CyberSec Pro and FinPoint did. Thank you for joining me in this first lecture. In the next one, we'll go deeper into defining your ICP, your ideal customer profile, and how to stop chasing everyone and start focusing on the right clients. And if what you heard here resonates with your business, you can schedule a meeting with our CEO, Benny Fluman, at the link in the post.